What's new in Update 150? Finally, the beta to solve Payday 2's Desync is live in the main client. I'd highly recommend watching my video about that update first. You can check it out by clicking the button up in the corner. Most everything I talked about in that video made it to the full update, with the exception of the change to Lua modding. For the time being, Lua mods are still completely intact. However, Overkill does plan to upgrade to Lua JIT in the not too distant future, which would break Lua mods. They said they're holding off until, quote, the feature is ready, which to me sounds like working out bugs and allowing the BLT hook to be updated. So for now, most of your Lua mods should still work. However, any anti-desync mods you have, such as VeloSync or Adaptive Resync, will be broken and likely cause game crashes. Be sure to uninstall them, as you ideally won't need them anymore. Like I said, this update was focused on entirely removing desync from the game through netcode reworking and new third-person animations. I've discussed this all in the other video, so instead I'll show off some of these new animations in action. Here to help me with that is my buddy and fellow YouTuber Admiral Iron. I'll let him go over the new animations.
Thanks, Connor. So, as you can see, many of Payday's weapons have received changes to the third-person animations. The first-person view, as in the weapons Connor's holding, remain unchanged. This, in combination with the game client correctly displaying player's map and camera positioning, will mean that for the most part, what you see a player doing in third person should be nearly identical to the actual actions that players taken.
That may not sound that exciting for most games, but it's a huge step forward for Payday.
Right. While these changes were mostly practical rather than cosmetic, there are a few changes in place that serve simply as eye candy. When a player reloads a weapon, their discarded magazine will drop at their feet. This, in combination with new sound effects for third-person reloads, will only occur if the player turns the high-quality weapons option on.
Strangely enough, you'll only see other heisters' old mags and not your own. Bit of a shame, really.
So in conclusion, these new reloads serve as both a visual and technical improvement. Back to you, Connor.
Thank you, Admiral. You can go check out his channel by clicking the button up in the corner. Moving on, there were some smaller changes, including forcing cops to play their reload animation instead of being able to reload their guns passively while doing other actions. So now you can tell exactly when a cop will start to fire again. Team AI will now fire in full auto with LMGs, rapid fire with shotguns, and will no longer deal catastrophically more damage than they were meant to with certain shotguns. A button has been added to menus with multiple selections to quickly swap between them, most notably the build's profile screen. Unfortunately, this button does not work when using a controller. A surprising and welcome addition is the View Game Info button on Steam will now work with Payday 2 lobbies, showing off the heist being played, what difficulty it's on, and how many players are in the heist. And finally were some various visual, bug, and crash fixes to menus and heists, namely GoBank and Green Bridge. That's about it. This update is a huge step forward for Payday in general, fixing many long-standing issues the game has had since release. Big shoutouts to Overkill, especially the motion capture actors and animators, for finally killing off desync for good. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.